Hello everyone, how good of you to join and welcome back to Tropico. Well, not hard mode anymore, right? We're just really harvesting the fruits of our hard work and building every building that we have in this game basically with two more major additions that we kind of like borrowed in the last episode. Of course, I'm talking about my new wonders that we have now available, my world wonders. And one of them I would like to have right next to my new district, right? So we have a beautiful new living area, and there is a bit of space over here where we can definitely add something, and that would be the Taj Mahal. Every dead citizen bequeaths the fortune to the state of Tropico and also increases my tourist rating. First, let's check out my current tourist rating. It's at 76, 79, 75, something like that in between, but in the higher 70s, and with that hopefully we can boost this up a bit further. I think I like this connection here, or this location, because it's close to the ocean. It is also a bit further away in a greener area, right? We have the power plants there in the background, but we might actually remove them at some point. And let's just get this cracking somewhere here in the center as our new tourist attraction, right? Going to take a while to get this over. I think we actually need to turn it. Let's just see where it is. There it is coming! Hooray! 4 helicopters do the job just fine, and something great is happening to the nation of Tropico.
World's favorite tomb, the Taj Mahal, arrives to rapturous applause.
And yes, it's looking into the wrong direction, so let's just move this a bit. Like that. There you go. Probably don't need a direct road connection. We're rather just going to make, yeah, a beautiful big park area out of this, right? As an entrance, some fountains. By the way, that road, once again, like this one. It's not then equal to that. Let's make it equal to that crossing there. Right, and then we have here the connection leading up to it. And I think this is now... yeah, and we can just move them a bit closer here now to the street. Together with the Taj Mahal. The thing is, you can just always move it around. It's not that heavy. And well, yeah, there we have it. A new monument for the great city of Tropico, with a nice plaza at the front of it. And as we can see, it is already filling up with people. We might actually consider having something like a metro station close by. There is none. So something over here perhaps, or here even, at the front of it. We could have one at the front of it, so people can go there directly. And of course, what every tourist attraction needs, restaurants. We want to have a bunch of them. Also, I could actually, just for the sake of it, go with some souvenir shops, right? This is, after all, the Taj Mahal. And you definitely want to have people buying stuff here. Totally not cheap stuff. It's only high-quality products. And let's go ahead with a nice restaurant there as well. Close to it. We might also... I mean, why not? People like to eat, right? Have a fast food restaurant close by as well. And of course, all these people need to work somewhere, so we have the houses going then right to the buildings that we have there available as well. I think we can actually keep this one empty as is. Or for the heck of it, we can also just go ahead and have some more flop houses than here along the road. Let's make 2 of them. As we make the transition then to the monument. There's also the restaurant. The metro station is up and running. Let's make the crime safety increase there for sure, because we definitely want to have those people still having a nice living quality in the surrounding area. That is wonder number 2. Wonder number 2 actually, because we have Stonehenge, of course. Wonder number 3 is also coming now to Tropico. Now, I've been thinking about a good location for my Neuschwanstein castle. It is a beautiful one. I would have loved to have it up here somewhere. Unfortunately, we cannot build on these mountains, right? Because that would have made total sense. We can only imagine it as it is looking up there. I do, however, still have an elevated location that I can build something on, and that is my ancient ruins site. And behold, we can actually use it here. And I would like to do this, to be honest. Unfortunately, we cannot move the ancient ruin site because it's a fixed point, right? But we can definitely build the castle that it makes a bit sense up here, right? So it's close to the ancient ruins, so we can kind of like imagine this is the old castle and this is the new one that has been built next to it. Let's have the road leading to it. And my helicopters should do the rest. There it is, coming! like a pro, it has been established. We get the fairy tale come true achievement with that on top of it. And of course also a new attraction right up here. And what I like about this, we can really see it from afar, and that is a sight to behold, really. A beautiful castle up there on the mountain, and also the tourists can see it from there, from this tiny area that we have there as well, the tourist area. Also, we have the infrastructure, right? The bus and the cable car going up to that castle there for everyone to visit it. And I'm pretty sure that it's going to fill up really quickly. Now there's still one more wonder that we can get, and that is these guys here. So the Moonlander, the St. Basil's Cathedral, the Colosseum of Rome, Great Sphinx and Statue of Liberty. In that case I would like to go with the Colosseum of Rome for my city center, and the overall happiness of citizens only takes into account their food and fun happiness, which is pretty powerful to be honest, and as long as I actually get the fun and food done, we have no problem with happiness anymore in the future. And what I can see is food is at 88 and fun is at 77. So they're both pretty high already. Also, now that the docks are closer to the industry zone again, there's lots of traffic to them. And actually also the revenue for the docks is going up. Not only for the coconut airstrip. I don't know why they would prefer the docks, to be honest, over the cargo, the airport. But okay, that's how it goes. Another thing, by the way, that I haven't done yet really is we have, of course, finished the El Presidente Club over here. Not looking that pretty yet, so we might actually make this one a bit more stately. And this one is actually pretty cool insofar as that we do get a nice choice here with it.
The new robot voting system guarantees the next election will be fair, honest, and in no way at risk from unexpected bugs.
Let's just have a look inside. There it is, El Presidente Club, and we can have now club members, up to 4 of them. And the thing is, whoever we put in here gives me a nice bonus, just like the ministry. However, it is going to add corruption to my island. That means adding in one of them, we will not get that much money out of that faction anymore. That counts for the whole, as far as my understanding is, the whole production value behind that faction. So if we have a lot of people working in the capitalist area, for example, we do actually lose some income from that area. So it will definitely drop my revenue. However, it will also get my faction approval up. So let's just check it out. We have not the best standing with the conservatives right now and with the capitalists. So at least one of them I would like to get in here. Francisek of the conservatives increases personal experience by 15 of the faction leader. The influence of the leader on the faction is increased, and the escalation is disabled. The faction members will not join protests, and the club members produce corruption. I think it was. Oh, an earthquake, strengthen all buildings. Yeah, cost me 100,000. We can afford this. Capitalist. Oh, conservatives is actually pretty good. Look at that. 56 we are now with them again. So capitalist it is. Let's put the capitalist in here. And that is Adrian Alvarez. Invite him to the club. And he's now in here. And as we can see, we can now do a few options with him. Money laundering. Gaining and spending Swiss money generates less corruption. Build whatever. Building construction. Oops. Building construction does not decrease the standing of the capitalists. Might actually be pretty handful for us. The faction leader drops their role. And the faction will vote for a new leader. Not very good. Let's build whatever. Go ahead, build whatever with Adrian Alvarez. And we should also make sure, look at that, already boosted it. And we can also bribe him further, right? So go ahead and get this faction rating up there even further. And with that, no faction really particularly hates us for the moment. Yeah, the earthquake causes a lot of damage right now. My coconut airstrip is actually on fire. Let's send in the helicopter. And it continues to shake. Alright, also I wanted to check how many cryptocurrencies are we producing right now. We have 5,000 Tropico coins at the moment. One of them is worth 163,000. We could also sell it. By the way, we got 5 cryptocurrencies. Sorry, 5 Tropico coins, right? and one of them is worth 175. It's not that much. It is an emergency funding that we could do with that, or we can also go ahead and upgrade the Great Wall. 5 coins it costs me, and purchase the Great Wall. This does not remotely implying the ownership of the actual Great Wall. Not even a piece of it, not even one stone. An ant living on the Great Wall has more ownership than you have. Let's still go ahead and get this one done. And with that, we have purchased the Great Wall, of course, now with our cryptocurrency. For Tropico itself, I would like to add a few more offices. We have to do this. We're getting so many high school unemployed people. Those are the ones that are being, of course, educated. One thing I would like to really do in my immigration office is now go back to Tropico first, right? This will reduce immigration drastically. We're getting a lot of people in with every freighter, and this is just adding up over time to a lot of people, basically, that don't have work. And we definitely don't want that. With the current high school people, yeah, let's go ahead and basically just get us a few more offices in. That would be then something here in my well, office district, you might say. Let's add this right together with a bit of a park area in between. And for this area, tricky beast. Another museum of modern art can't hurt, because we also get a good tourist rating with that. And it also looks nice, to be honest, and it fits into a modern district like this one here. Of course, we can then have some more parks around it. And there it also is in all its glory, a new museum of modern art. Do we have anything else here? Recent modern masterpieces, ultra modern open access. Reduces the fee income, but that's it really. Let's improve the budget for it. The next trade route has been finished. That was apparel. Apparel is actually something we produce in high qualities. So if there it is, another trade route with it. Let's go ahead. It's not the best of prices, but it's still fine. And we have one more. We don't produce surveillance drones at the moment, really. I could do this, though, I think. Because there is nothing for logistic drones right now. That would be here. So we do need to research that first. That is a work mode for my drone factory. There it is. Go ahead and research that. Do we need to do it once or twice? There it is. All of them. Surveillance drones it is now. To get this trade route cracking as well. We've, by the way, also cracked the 5 million with the latest export. Oh, and so it continues with my Colosseum. We plan to miniaturize the Colosseum using state-of-the-art shrinkology, then smuggle it through the catacombs. But the catacombs don't go under the Colosseum. There are tunnels underneath it, but they go nowhere. We must dig tunnels under the tunnels if the plan is to work. We can either build custom mole machines or buy them off the top-secret shelf. Let's buy them off. And it continues. Also good to see, tourist rating has breached the 80, so we're going towards high quality tourism now. My tourist capacity, we still have 100 vacant slots out of the 944 that we have, so it's not all full, but of course I think that is not really possible. Though with Neuschwanstein Castle, of course, people just tend to stay a bit longer. It's also interesting to see that the local services provide us for the first time more revenue service or more revenue than the export, right? Export is not the biggest market for us anymore. It is now the local services, and with that the rents. Especially here the offshore offices, of course, and the offices. So the offices that we just built, of course, add to the whole thing. And with that we have a huge income now within Tropico, not with export anymore. Tourists add 233,000 revenue now. Most of it is coming from the hotels here, the normal hotels, and even the skyscraper hotels add quite a lot of that too. Export wise, cars are our best profit. Smart furniture and apparel follow next. Alright, a bigger boat is needed. A full-size hypersub requires rather a lot of steel, so we do need a hypersubmarine. Additionally, the proposed twin potato fuel cell won't quite power it, so the tech nerds recommend a nuclear reactor. There is a worry that the kumquat will be irradiated, but it is a risk we have to take. We can spend 15,000 on that, or we deliver uranium to the spy academy. Let's spend 15,000. And the cobbler has not been compromised. Inform cryptology to cancel the cipher cutout. Alright, thank you, Penultimo. He's a man of many faces. We actually have a medium rebel threat at the moment. Is it because of any faction that we have that? I don't think so. Conservatives do not like us so much. Let's do some bribing. Even conservatives like the money. And I might actually also work a bit more for military, because I don't know how big military attacks would be at this point. But we'll just play it safe, of course. Let's have our Teamster office a bit further over here. And then we have this area still available to us there. By the way, let's move the solar power plants into my solar panel district, right? Over here. I might actually... Yeah, up there we can squeeze it in. And with that, I have a bit more space available here for some armies and stuff like that. By the way, piñatas. That is something that I should continue also. Let's go ahead and add a few more hotels in this area here. It's definitely going to be our smaller tourist zone, right? But still... I would like to add a few more hotels, because it's a beautiful area that we definitely should exploit as much as possible. There we have them, with one more road leading to this area here, and then just everything full of parks once more. Especially they're also close to the beauty or rehab center that we have. It should stay a bit quiet, of course, as well. Alright, complete success, miniature gladiators. However, the miniaturizing too quickly will cause it to collapse the Colosseum. I suggest shrinking down a work team to dismantle the Colosseum block by block, then restoring them to full size so they can rebuild it. For a small fee, of course. Sounds about right. How many blocks can there be at the Colosseum? And so we have finished it. I would like to move a few things around again. The commando garrison... Let's have this a bit further outside. And we also have our research lab. This actually is something we could have a bit more in the modern district, right? So let's move it further over here. Very good. And then, as always, have some buffer around it. I think this makes the most sense. Plus, it's a non-military building, non-military government building that actually looks good to have it, for example, next to a modern museum. Alright, the... two things here now that I will need to move is the stadium, and I will once again need to move the whole bunch here, right? So we're just going to get rid of all of the blocks there. Oops, not the metro station. I will have to build that again. And then we're going to move the stadium a tiny bit. Like so. There you go. And then we have the Colosseum of Rome, right? Service quality 85. And it is providing, of course, to my tourists. And let's have this one, yeah, somewhere here. Looking towards the stadium, right? So we've got the ancient stadium and we got the modern stadium looking towards each other. There it is coming. Not block by block, really, but at least somehow. Very good. Let's have a nice road connection. For some strange reasons, I cannot build over this area there. Now I can. Very good. In the back, of course, I would like to add once again some buffer to the housing. By the way, do we have any upgrades for this one? No, we don't. I don't have the metro station right now, so let's add the metro station back. So this whole area can be visited by tourists once more. Right? And then, of course, here we're just going to have some huge parks. So definitely something like this mega square. There you go, with lots of space in between and also some fountains and stuff like that. I would kill for a pavement-only park. Unfortunately, I can't find that, so this is the closest I get to it. And with that in between, we have it. And of course, left and right, well, we're going to add some restaurants and stuff like that, right? So people can definitely enjoy the day here. Let's have one here. We could also have a little fun district here, like a theater. An arcade, definitely makes sense to me. Always tricky where the arcade actually has its entrance. And definitely also, since they just go very well, a nice gourmet restaurant. Actually, you know what? Move the arcade a bit further. And have a fast food joint next to it. Then we can have the restaurant here. And the gourmet restaurant comes towards this, looking towards the park of the Colosseum, of course. By the way, the Colosseum I think is really full. Yep, it is. Since this is already a bit of a fun district, let's move the other buildings further away. I don't know, this Teamster office, we really don't need that here, right? Let's move this one over to that area, to my industry area. Makes a bit more sense over there. And we have this area for one more fun building that I want. We already have one of these, but of course the second one can't hurt really, and that is a roller coaster. Since we already have the fun infrastructure close by, just makes sense to me to have one of these at the end of my city. And when all said is said and done, we have another fun area with the Colosseum, with a stadium, with some arcades, restaurants, whatnot. By the way, this restaurant is looking into the wrong direction. Details matter. We'll definitely have those people looking towards the attractions. The same goes with my gourmet restaurant. Sitting outside here, enjoying the sun and of course the sights. So far so good. Stay tuned.